Hello, I am back again with another video. In this video, I'm planning to be talking about, blowing up. When I just lose control and my emotions get the better of me. And that's when there's tantrums and stuff. So yeah. I suppose from when I was younger, I wouldn't understand my feelings inside. I wouldn't have been able to express them. Which means they would build up. I mean, there'd be subtle hints that my parents could pick up. I mean, I might have been more distracted, a lot more distracted than I already was. I'd be a lot more snappier, I think. Or I'd be craving certain foods, and that's when they knew, okay, there's something going on that's bothering Maggie. But at the time, I wasn't able to express myself. So I just let it build up, and in the end, I would just absolutely lose it. And I mean, there'd be kicking, screaming, lots of things getting thrown around the place. I'd destroy my room. I'd be breaking things. It was quite horrifying, really, to be honest. Remember looking back, and other times there would be no hints at all. I would just explode. And it was just being overwhelmed. I mean, it might be something that happened in school. And at the time, I would be, being able to hide it really well. I'd make sure I didn't, I kept it. If something happened in school, I'd just kind of seem to lock away the anger, the sadness, the confusion, the anxiety and everything. I'd just lock it away. And then as soon as I came home, my mum could just look at me. And that's it. I would snap. And at those times, I wouldn't even know it myself. It would just be like it's not that I blacked out. I don't black out, but it's like I can't control myself. So I know what I'm doing, but I just cannot stop it. And that's really scary for me, because it feels like I'm losing control. And for me especially, I need to have control. And my parents were really, really good. I mean, they give me the time to calm down. Or sometimes, I mean, I could go for hours without calming down. What I've learned is I can hold a grudge, and I can hold on to my anger. So they give me maybe an hour or so, just to destroy everything. And then they might come in with a hot chocolate, knowing very well there was a good chance I'd throw the hot chocolate at them. So they kind of just, leave it and walk away. And maybe, just say, there, I'm just being nice, there you go. And sometimes that would backfire. But usually it would be the first step to me being like, okay, I drink the hot chocolate, and it would just, slightly relax me. And then, my mum might come in and be like, okay, I'm bringing a snack or something, just, something small, like a biscuit or something, just, and just do little bits of that during my, explosion. And all of that would be leading to me calming down. And then once I calmed down, she wouldn't mention it. She'd be like, hey, do you want to sit down? Just come sit down. She'd make sure I'd have another hot chocolate, tea, whatever. And she wouldn't pressure me into saying what caused me to explode. She just, I could sit for 2 hours, and then I might say, I had a bad day in school. And that was her opening to be like, okay, right, what happened in school? Or, do you want to talk about it? Or she kind of very, very, very gently kind of be nudging it out of me. But she would never push, because she knows as soon as she pushes too much, I would just clam up, I would close up, I would just stop talking. And so in the end, we'd talk, and I'd break down. I would just cry and cry, because I feel, once I've exploded and blown up, I feel so guilty over the things I said, my actions. I just feel awful inside. I feel guilt that I lost control, that I couldn't control it. And that's really difficult. The guilt that I feel after exploding, even though I know in some ways it's not my fault, it's just my FASD and stuff playing a part of it. I just feel so much guilt. And, I could say some really hurtful things. I know I do. And I know they affect my parents. and I know they know not to take it personally. It's just when I get angry, that's it. My filter is gone, and I will just say everything and anything I can think of. But it does hurt my parents, and then I have to kind of, it could be like, oh God, I've caused them that. And sometimes it can be really bad. It might take them a few days to be able to just, not calm down, but be able to be like, okay, I know it's okay. I know you did mean it, but, So yeah, it's not a choice. Certain things will set us off if we get pushed, or if we feel like we're being pushed into a corner, or being pressured, or being overwhelmed by things. We will just explode. And I suppose my message is for parents, don't take it personally. It is nothing to do with you. And there's nothing really you can do to prevent it except be there when it happens or afterwards. And to not take anything we say personally when we're shouting abuse and screaming abuse and saying, I hate you. It's just us finally being able to get our emotions out, not in the right way, but at that stage, and even this stage, emotions is still a bit iffy for me. I'm able to know what I'm feeling, but I can't tell when I'm getting overwhelmed. So yeah, I'm 21 and I will still have blowouts, and they'll be mega ones. I've learned to control it slightly, so I'm slightly less violent during them. But I will still be, say everything and anything. And I don't mean to. It's just my filter goes. But yeah, just don't take it personally. It is nothing to do with parents. You have done nothing wrong. It is just us finally being able to get all these emotions that are building up just out, and we don't care how we get them out. We just have to get them out. For me, when it happens to me, I just feel like I'm drowning in something and I don't know what. So just don't take it personally. You are doing nothing wrong. It is nothing you're doing. And they get older, it gets slightly easier in some ways, because they might get to a stage where they can just say, I'm angry. And that's when okay, we need to take a step back. Why are you angry? What can I do to help you get rid of this anger? Or they might say, I'm feeling sad. And, my advice would be not to push. Don't push. Just, okay, hey, let's sit down. Let's, make sure that they have a favorite drink. If it's hot chocolate, tea, hot milk and honey, juice, whatever. Make sure they feel like they're the ones in control. And don't push for answers. Don't be like, okay, so what's happening? What'd you do? Why'd you do that? What? It doesn't work. Just sit down and be patient, which can be very hard, especially if it's been a really bad blow up. But in the end, we will open. Once we've just got to that calmness in our heads and emotions and everything has just kind of settled down, we will open. There will be lots of tears, because the guilt we feel after blowing up is just, it's not nice. And yeah, I'm not saying to not be like, oh, it's okay, because, they have to learn, actually, it's not okay, but at the same time, baby steps, because it's going to happen. There's no point saying, oh, make sure that never happens again, don't ever do that again, because it's going to happen again. It's going to happen over and over and over and over again, and it's not our choice, it's just the way our brains are. It's going to happen over again. And we do try, and sometimes it lasts longer than others. I can go sometimes weeks without blowing up, and then I'll blow up, and then I'll feel like awful, and then I'll be like, okay, no. And then it might be only a few days, or I might have a few blow-ups in one day. It just depends how my emotions are. So yeah, just don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you. It's just us trying to express these emotions inside us that we don't know. We can't understand. We can't process them properly. And sometimes it takes years for us to process and to just be able to say, I feel angry today, or I have an emotion and I think it might be anger or sadness or happiness. So yeah, that is my advice when it comes to blow-ups. Feel free to comment on my channel. If you have topics you want me to talk about, I will. At the moment, my YouTube channel is a bit inactive at the moment. I will get back into it. It's just knowing what topics people want me to talk about. So if you have certain topics, you want me to talk about, please do comment them, and I will do my best. If you have questions, I will answer them as quickly as I can. And yeah, if you have feedback, I'm always looking for feedback, just because it helps me be like, okay, I might be going in the wrong direction, or actually, no, you know what, I need to try and be more focused. But yeah, so yeah, do please comment, or, you know, and anything. Subscribe if you're a newbie. And yeah, because it just kind of helps me know, okay, is this the right way for me to get my message across to people about FASD? Or do I need to try somewhere else, or try some different techniques and stuff? But yeah, so I hope this video helps some people. If people want me to go into more detail, I can, but I just don't want to be going down the wrong path for people, so that's why I'm doing a shortish video. And then if people want more detail, I will do another video on giving more detail on it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully I'll be getting comments soon about different topics. People, I love different topics, so anything. If it's something I can't answer, I will say. I might need to go and do a bit of research, or I might need to go and, you know, and as I'm not a doctor or anything, this is just my experience of living with FASD. But yeah, until next time, I hope this video helps some people anyway. Thank you.